Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So yesterday we completed CSS border and box shadow and text shadow. So do you have any doubts on that one? If not, so we can move to the next concept, CSS transition. CSS transition. So basically the CSS transitions are effects so that allows you to change the properties or values smoothly from one place to another place with specific duration. Okay, so basically CSS transitions are effects. So those are the CSS transitions are the effects. So those are allows you to change the property values smoothly to given the duration. So whatever duration we are giving, so within the duration we can change the property values. So for example, if we can observe here, so here we are giving the width 100 pixels and height 100 pixels. So within the given duration, so within the 2 seconds, so we can change the do width 300 pixel when when we hover on element. Okay, so this is the one. So the next one, so in this CSS transition, so we are having the different type of properties. Okay, so different type of properties. What are those properties? Transition. So transition is the default value. So we can combine all the property values like transition delay, transition duration, transition property. Okay, so these three values we can combine and we can give it into transition property. It's a shorthand property like padding. So how we can give the padding left, padding right? So to combine and we can give the shorthand property like padding colon 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel like that. So here also we can give the so all the transition delay, duration and theming property, transition property inside of transition. Okay, so here, so transition delay, so we can delay, and that means we can stop the element after few seconds. We can stop that element specified second. So then after that specified seconds, that animation or transition will start. Okay, then transition property specifies the name of the CSS property, the transition effect. So what type of transition you are going to give? Okay, so then transition timing function. So then it's a speed type. So how much time we can transfer, how much speed we can complete that transition. So this is the transition property. So based on this one, next one we are having the 2D transforms and 3D transforms. Okay, based on this one, so we are having the 2D transforms and 3D transforms we are having. So when we discuss in the initial HTML supports the basic animation. Okay, HTML supports the basic animation because of this CSS transitions only. Because of this CSS transitions. Okay, now we can see. Now we can create one simple examples. Opening our folder, so HTML. So what is our file name? 51.html. Okay, so then doc type, so then HTML, so then close HTML, then head open and head close title, so close title. Okay, so transition, example CSS, example. So the next one is body, body open and body close. Now I have a button. I have a one simple button and button close. Okay, so then hover, hover me. Okay, so then this one is the type equal to button. Okay, so then now, so I saved this one, so I'm trying to execute. HTML 51.html. Okay, so this is my button. So first I'm going to give the some style for this one. Style. Okay, so then, so first one is the button background color. Button selector. So then background color. So something either red or something. Red color I am giving. Okay. So then color. So white color I am giving the text. Okay. So then padding 10 pixel and 20 pixel. Okay. So the next one font colon. So font weight is bold. So then so 18 pixel. So font size. So then sans serif. So it's a font family. So this way also we can give. Okay, or otherwise, so we can give font weight bold. Okay, so the next one font size 18 pixel. So then font family. Okay, sans serif. So this way also we can give. So to combine these three and we can give like this type of thing is called shorthand property of font. Okay, so then now I am removing these three properties. Okay, so the next one is transition. Where is my transition? Transition. Okay, transition. So background. So then 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So 2 seconds is the time. So now, so when this will happen? When this will happen? So button over. So what is the transition name? Background. So then green color. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so this is the way. So what are the properties we are saying here? So other properties are transition delay. Transition delay. So when we hover on this one, so here it is, you can see transition duration we are giving. Okay, transition property. So this way also we can give. So this way also we can give instead of shorthand property. Instead of shorthand property, see this one. See, transition duration is 2 seconds and transition timing function is. So this is the so fastness. Okay, then transition delay. So after 3 seconds, we can start this transition. So then how much time? So within 4 seconds, we have to complete the transition. So what is our transition property? So background. Okay, what is our transition property? So background we are changing. Okay, now you can see. So after 3 seconds, we are saying, right? After 3 seconds, we have to start this transition. So now I am hovering. See, after 3 seconds only it will start. Okay, so this is the way we have to create the transitions. Okay, this is the way we have to give the transitions. So the next one, so same thing. If you want to change the width of this one, you want to change the width of this one. Okay, so then width, width. So what is this width? Okay, so you can create another one. So div, div. So then I have one div. Okay, so for this div, I am creating the styles for this one for a div. So then, so for this div, so width equal to 200 pixels. So then height equal to 200 pixels. Okay, so then background color equal to so blue violet or yellow gray. Okay, so then so my so transition duration and transition width I am changing. Okay, width I am changing. So then here, so when I hover on that one div colon hover, so then so width colon, so it is increased to 400 pixel. Now you can see. So this is my div. Alright. So when I hover on that one, after 2 seconds, so it needs to change. So this way. Okay, this is the transition property. What we said in the definition, CSS transition allows you to change the property values. Okay, smoothly over a given duration. Okay, so that means so initially this div width is 200 pixels. When we hover on that one, when we hover on that one, so so within the 4 seconds, it will change the width 400, 200 to 400. So now see, it is changing to 400. Okay, clear. So this is the, so we are having the different type of functions here. So if you can observe, so these are the functions we are having. So easy in and easy out. Okay, so we can observe this is the speed function. Okay, so these are the speed functions. So when we choose this one, so this is the one function, this is the easy in and out. So this is the one, so fast out and linear in. So this is the easy out. So we are having the different functions. See next one out. So next one quadratic. So cubic. So these are the, it is defining the speed of the functions. Okay, clear? So this is the transition. Okay, so next one is 2D transition transforms. So in our CSS3 we are having the two different type of transforms. So one is 2D transform and second one is 3D transforms. So what is the difference between 2D and 3D? So in 2D we are having the x-axis and y-axis. In 3D we are having the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis also. Okay, so that is only the difference. So remaining, so all the things are same only. So in CSS3 2D transform property, you can rotate. We are having four type of styles. CSS3 can support four type of animations. One is rotate. Okay, so to rotate the HTML element, so we have to use the CSS3 2D or 3D transforms. Okay, we can rotate, or we can move the element from one place to another place. And also, so we are having the skew and scale the elements. So these four animations can CSS3 can support. Okay, so it is an effect that changes that the shape or size and position. So we can change the shape, and we can change the size, and we can change the position from one place to another place. Okay, so then transforms are triggered on event like mouse over or mouse click, mouse over or mouse click. So these transforms are triggered. So when we hover on that element, or when we click on that element. Okay. So the translate function. So in the transform property only, we are having the translate function. We are having the translate function. This function can transform the element from its current position to new position along the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so this can be written as translate x-axis, that means so either 10 pixel or 20 pixel. Okay, y-axis we have to mention in the translate function. Okay, so in that, so we can provide the x-axis and y-axis values. Okay, so then we can see so one by one examples. So first one is translate. First one is translate. So just now we are seeing. So then in the transform function also we can see another example. So what we are seeing here, so previous example, we can change only property. We can change only property in a smoother way. So here we are changing the width. Using transform function, so we can move the element from one place to another place. Okay, now you can see translate. Okay, translate is the so 2D function. So we can provide the so x-axis and y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. Now you can see. So I'm copying say and creating 52.html. Okay, so pasting. So I have two divs here. I can create the two divs here. This one transform. Transform example. So removing all this CSS. So I have two divs here. So first one is div and class equal to square one square. So then so another one is another div is square two. Div class equal to square one. Okay, so this way I have two divs. Okay, now I'm writing the CSS for first div class square. Okay, background. So then dark. Okay, dark cyan. Okay, so then border radius 10 pixels. Okay, so then width equal to so 200 pixels. So then height equal to 200 pixels. Okay, So then margin, so 100 pixels to give the space top and bottom and left. Okay, so the next one, so width already given, right? Width already given. So then after that, so position absolute, position absolute. So why we are giving the position absolute here? Why we are giving the position absolute here? So because of, so if you want to move div one place to another place, so that's why we have to give the, position. Okay, so the next one transition, transition. Okay, transform, transform. So 0.8 seconds or 2 seconds. Okay, transform 2 seconds. Okay, so the next one, so next we can write the CSS for square one, sorry, square one. So same thing we are writing here. So but here, so we can change the color. Okay, so we are giving this color. Okay, so then transform, where is transform? Transform, oh, yes, within 2 seconds. So then when we hover on, so why we are writing here position absolute both the thing? So basically, so we are giving the, so both the divs, so overlapping here. So when we execute this one, so 52.html, so now see, so we are unable to see another div here. Okay, we are unable to see another div. So if we can remove the positions, so now both the divs is here. Okay, so we are overlapping both the divs. We are overlapping both the divs. Okay, so this is the square one. Okay, so if you want to see that one, so previous one, so then we can add the translate function, that square one colon hover. Why? Because that is the top element, so that's why we are adding to that one. Transform, what is this one? Transform colon translate. So it's a function, so we have to give x-axis and y-axis. It's a 50 pixel comma, so 50 pixels. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so it is moving, so x-axis 50 pixel and it is going down to 50 pixel. Okay, so then if you can increase more, so 500 and 50 pixel, now you can see it is completely moving from this one. Okay, so without giving absolute we cannot move this one. Without giving absolute we cannot move. Okay, so if you want to move any HTML element from one place to another place, okay, so we have to give the position absolute. So then after that only we have to add the translate, either translate or skew or rotate, whatever functions, so you have to give it. Okay, so if you can increase this delay, so for suppose if you want to do with this 5 seconds, so then now you can give, see, this is slowly rotating. Okay, clear? So this is the way how we can do it. So the next one is the next method is after translate we are having the scale function, a scale function. So what is scale function? What is scale function? The scale function increases or decreases the size of element, increases or decreases the size of element according to the values given for the width and height parameter. So that means, so it is giving the zoom in and zoom out, zoom in and zoom out. Okay, now here you can see, so same thing, copying for this one. So we need only one div is enough for this one. So 53.html. Okay. So then, so we need only one div is fine. So then I am commenting this one whenever it is required. So we can use it. Okay. I'm commenting. So now I am using square one. Okay. So what is the function name? Scale. Scale. So we have to give the number. Okay, we have to give the number. So 2. So now what is the width of this one? What is the width of this one? 200 pixel and height is 200 pixel. So now we are giving the scale to, that means, so it is when we hover on that one, it that object, that HTML element width is going to 400 and height is 400. So you can see now 53.html. See now, so 400 by 400. If you can observe here, so above the div dot square 400 by 400. Okay. So if you can give the 3, if you can give the 3, so the div width is 600 by 600. Now you can see, sorry. Okay. Now when we hover on that one, see now 600 by 600. So that means it is increasing 3 times of original width and height. Okay. So that is the scale function. Okay. So next one is the next one after scale, rotate. Rotate. So to rotate the HTML element, so we have to use the rotate function. We have to use the rotate function. So same thing. So here only I am commenting this one, or otherwise. So I have a square one, right? So that square one. So I'm going to write here for square one. When I hover on that square one, so it is rotating to rotate, so 180 degrees. Okay, rotate is always in degrees. So now we don't require this absolute, because of we are not writing any, we are not moving any divs. All right, clear. So now we can see where is this one. So for this one also not required. So we have two divs. So first one is the scale effect. So second one is the rotate effect. Okay. So when I remove from this one, so it is coming to the original position. Original position. So we can change this. We can change this shape using border radius. So then it's a 2% and we can give the 5%. So it is coming to the leaf shape. So where we are saying, sorry, not this one, border radius, 2% radius and 5% radius. What happened? Why it is not coming radius? 1% and 50%. Now you can see. Okay. So this is the rotate function. Okay. So next one is the skew. There is a skew. Okay, so the skew function skews the element along the x-axis and y-axis, so with the specified angle. So it written as a skew x degree and y degree. If the y degree is not specified, it consider as a 0. It consider as a 0. So you can see skew means, so it is slightly bending to the right. It is slightly bending to the right. So that is the skew. Okay, now we can see same thing. So for square square 2. Okay, so css same css, we can put comma dot square 2 square 2. Now, so when I hover on this one, square 2 dot hover, so then, so what is this one? What is this function name? Skew. Skew. Okay, so we can give the, so 20 degrees. So it is automatically takes the 0 degrees. If you won't give, so it is automatically takes the 20 degrees. Okay, now you can see it is slightly bending. It is slightly bending. So if you can give the minus 120, so minus 120, now you can see. Okay, so this is the skew function calling. Okay, so mostly we can give the 50 degrees. Okay, clear? So this is the skew. Okay, so the next one, what are the four? So rotate, move, skew, and scale. Rotate is completed, skew is completed, scale is completed. Move is the translation. Okay, move is the translation. Okay, clear? So the next one is the transform origin function. Transform origin function. So that means, so we can rotate or we can change the property. So wherever, so it is, we can change, we can apply this transform. So from the original position. Okay, so from the original position. Okay, transform origin. So this function allows us to change the position of transformed element. It allows you to change the, specify the location origin of the transform. By default the origin is the center of the element, so it is placing from that center of the element, then it can rotate. Okay, now you can see, so how we can rotate this one. So So where is the rotate? So rotate, which one we are applying? Square one. So square one we can apply transform origin square one. Okay. So this one. Now dot square one. Okay. Transform origin. Okay. So either from left to either left to top. Okay. So now you can see. So before this one from left to toe, so it is going to top. Alright, it is going to top. So how much we are giving here? So 180 degrees. So if you can give the 360 degrees, it is rotating completely. It is rotating completely. Right? Okay. So then again after removing, so it will come back to the original position. Okay. So then if you can decrease the speed of this one, so it is in 5 seconds only. So no worries. So if we can give the 10 seconds, so then it is going very slow.